Hey, Caleb Walker here, back at your new video, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about me. I'm 20 years old. I grew up in Lawrence, Kansas, which is the same city where the University of Kansas is. I grew up there, kind of lived in like a small town outside of there, um, which I had a pretty good childhood. I grew up I was always outside and stuff. Driving four wheelers and dirt bikes, hanging out. My best friend, shout out to Cameron, back home. We don't really talk much anymore, but always be one of my better. Always be my friend and my brother. So if he ever needs anything, I'll be there for him. Because I moved to Florida later on, which I'll talk about. Which kind of like it didn't like we still talk sometimes, but like it kind of broke that friendship up because we were like neighbors and best friends for years, man. And we moved, and it kind of sucked. But shout out to him. I got into football because my brother played football, and he's probably the biggest Chiefs fan I know. And which now I make Chiefs videos. He's the one that got me started into football because I was kind of that kid that like loved going outside and stuff. And then as I got older, I started getting into like his kind of things. Football. He got me into sports. So football is my favorite sport, but then we also watch basketball, college basketball, March Madness right now. Unfortunately, Kansas lost. That's our favorite team, of course, but we love watching that. College football is always good, but we're more of NFL fans, but because I mainly I follow I watch some of the college games, like the big ones, but I mainly just watch the college playoff. We're huge Chiefs fans. He's a Cardinals fan. I'm a Royals fan. Obviously he has a way richer history there with baseball, but yeah. And then my dad, he got me into NASCAR at a young age. I don't really follow it anymore because I'm not much of a big fan of the new system, like the format, like the all the points and shit. I'm not really a big fan of it. And the stages, I don't like the stage racing. But and Dale Earnhardt Jr. also retired, which was my favorite driver because my dad was an Earnhardt fan, and he died he died the same year I was born, so he became a Junior fan, and I grew up a Junior fan. And then I ended up going to I'm also about my dad. He got me into like old music. I don't know what, like he always listened to like some like old country and rock, so I got me into that. Big Hank Williams Jr. fan because he always had that on the radio. So I love Hank Williams Jr. Shout out to him. I saw him in concert one time. Then I ended up moving to Florida, in the Tampa Bay area. Shout out to the Bucks winning the Super Bowl, even though you beat my Chiefs. I also followed the Bucks and stuff because I lived there, so it was a much overdue Super Bowl. So congrats, but I was still pissed off you beat my Chiefs. But it was nice to know like where I live, they finally got to see a winning team for the first time in years. So that was nice. The Lightning won the Stanley Cup, so that was cool. And the Rays went to the World Series and lost. Unfortunately, they lost, but they made it. But that's still cool. But I love Florida, man. Like I don't think I'd ever live anywhere else after moving there. I grew up in a small town, and then moving there. There's houses everywhere, businesses are booming. Yeah, that's great. By the I'm not much like I like going to the beach, but like I'm not. I hate the sand because it gets all over your car and clothes and stuff. But I'm more of a pool person, but it's still fun. I don't know why they call it the Sunshine State because it rains every damn day, man. You never know when it's gonna rain. That's the only thing that sucks about visiting because like you can go do something, go to Disney and sunny, no clouds, and it's still raining. You're like, what the hell? It's weird. But I love Florida, man. I'll probably retire there, have a family. It's great. My mom and her boyfriend live there with my brother, so that's cool. My mom and dad still lives in Kansas, so that's about me. And then I went to high school, of course. There, which it sucked in the beginning. Well, I guess I went in middle school. I started middle school there. And it was kind of a weird change because when in Kansas, I went to school with the same people every year. Like, we always knew who was gonna be in our class. Like, we always had the same people because there was only like 20 of us in that class. Like, we had no one. Like, I lived in a small town. Like, no one went to school. You know, we had like probably 100 people live in the city. Like, it was crazy. And then going there, there was like 1,000 kids at the school, and I walk around my first day like nervous. I was shy. I didn't talk to anyone. It was it was a weird change, but I got used to it. By the time I got to high school, I had a lot of I met a lot of cool people. Met some friends. And joined the football team, and that kept me going. Met a lot of awesome people at the football team. Shout out to my boy Jaquan, if he watches this video. Miss you, man. Always be there for you. He's trying to join the Air Force right now, so shout out to him. Hope he makes it through, and hopefully we can go hang out at Air Force Base sometime. I'm a video game guy. I love video games. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. Love movies. Movies is one of my passions. I've also started collecting some like memorabilia of like celebrities and sports players. I just started that recently, and that's fun. Other than that, I'm still pretty young and I haven't experienced much, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Caleb Walker signing off. Peace out. God bless, and have a good day.